Resorcio, an online bazaar where you can find, share and create resources.
Everyone, I'm so honored to be invited in this panel on this special day. Thank you, Maitri and Neetu and the entire team for inviting me. And I've heard my colleague, Advocate Milu, is a good friend of mine too. So he and teacher has already elaborated all the details regarding the women's rights and all. Hope I am audible. Am I audible?
Very much, Shanti.
Yes, Shanti, very much.
Yes. So I hope teacher and Advocate Milu, they all covered all this academic things and all, especially the accent. And as a proud woman, I should say that women hold up half the sky. So that is a true thing. This is a special day and all the women and the world is celebrating like Women's Day. So I don't agree with that because, you know, there is no need for a single day for the Women's Day and all, because every day we are celebrating and we are celebrating women, of course. So in this day, I'm just recollecting very honored ladies like Benazir Bhutto, Indira Gandhi, and Iron Lady Margaret Thatcher. And at the same time, in present, we are seeing some people or, you know, some girls like somebody stabbed in the college by her lover. And we are seeing that many women are suiciding, right? All those things. So if I compare with these two categories, now I just feel like there are many laws, there are many rights which confer so many rights on women as per the SALT statutes, like protection of women from DV Act, if you are a married woman, if you are living in a sharehold house, and definitely, as Milu said, if you're out of home, you've stepped out of home, definitely you will have protection in your workplace. Many acts. But now it is our choice to define whether you need a right, what right you need. Because we all know the Indian Constitution as per Article 14, 15, 16, 39, it confer all the rights for the women. So instead of that, still we are saying that we need right. So what right you need? So that is a defined area that should be defined. So it varies from one to one. So if you ask to a girl of teenage, if you will ask her, what do you want? What right do you want? She's, I need freedom. I need that. But if you ask to, you know, a college girl, the answer will be different. If you asked non-married women, that was different. And if you asked a married woman, that is also different. But everyone needs freedom. So what freedom you need? So that should be defined. Because why I am talking about all these things, because the academic things, the rights, which conferred by the statutes and acts, which is already covered by both other panelists. No, I think as a proud woman, as a lawyer, as a, you know, as celebrating women, I should tell you, which, you know, which will definitely make you think. So what do you need? Why you conducted such things? Why you listen to all these things? So initially I told Maitri, I don't want to get into, you know, all these things and all. So we'll only, you know, limiting to this academic things and all. But once into this panel discussion, I was overhearing all the things which our panelists have discussed. So I thought like, okay, so that is very well conveyed. More than that, nothing to be conveyed. You know, there is a committee. Definitely that committee's things are like into your rights are this, that is envisaged in this. So what do you need more? So there I feel like, okay, I should talk about it. See, as I told, there are so many statutes, as the panelists said, there are so many sections which confer the rights. But how about it enforcement? 2 days back also, I have seen, you know, you can call her like, you know, victim. She said that she is not victim. So she herself opened up in an interview that the most nightmare days of her life is in court. So there I thought like, okay, the court, it is a building. A person is sitting there who is there to enforce. the rights conferred in the statute. So still she, like a victim, you can call her, she like a girl. So she's saying that that is the most nightmare days for me. So there I got my point that, okay, see, we are seeing that many women are sitting on the enforceable position. We know that many powerful women are the presidents of many commissions, and they are sitting as a judge. They're sitting there and they are capable to enforce such rights. So I feel some disagreement in some point, because being in a society, we overheard that so many women who are presiding some position, who are responsible to do their things, not doing so. So in that thing, I really have a disagreement for that. So I really want to point out those things, because you need to understand that the right is there, but the enforcement is different. So I just want to point out one thing to the woman who is capable to hold that position, that you are a woman, you are the authority, you are the rank holders, and you are the eminent personalities of laws and or in many other areas. So you know, you studied all these laws, you studied all these rights of the women, and you are holding there in that position, not just to hold that position, not just to say that, okay, my relative is holding that position. It's not that. Please don't forget that. You know all these rights, implement that, enforce it. Because we all knew that the incidents happened in this Kerala over the scenario. It's very heinous crimes we have seen. So as a society, as a cultural society, especially in Kerala or India, we are looking for a crimeless society. So make sure that it should be a crimeless society. So for that, if such heinous crime has happened, make sure that that will be punished. That will be punished with the most punishment which is envisaged in the statutes. So that is one thing. Now I just want to point out that I'm coming to this workplace harassment and all those things, because we all knew that mainly when we are talking about the rights of the women, normally we say that there are statutes, there are acts like prevention of prevention, DV Act, like Domestic Violence Act. So it all has very simple schemes. Once you understand the scheme of this act, it is very, very simple. If you are a married woman, you see that, okay, I'm having this much of problem in the house, and you are staying in a sharehold house, you are still in that relation, you are being harassed, you're being manhandled, and your all the sovereigns has been taken away by the husband or the family. Now people, what, even the in educational women, what they are doing, they just call the, the lawyer like us. I've been subject to this cruelty. So what is my remedy? I heard that there is DB Act. So this is what. So please understand that. So when you can exhaust this thing, you should be a married woman. You should be staying in a sharehold house. Some women are approaching us like, after, getting divorced, and even I'm getting calls nowadays, I am a divorced woman. I want to file a DV against my husband. I want to exhaust that. So please understand, when you can exhaust all these things. See, if you're a married woman, you are in a sharehold house, you are subject to any such of this cruelty, including your, about the sovereigns, your gold, mental or physical, anything. You have remedies for this act. And the women, especially the women who is watching this webinar, please understand that you have mainly 3 remedies under this act, section 19, 20, 21. You are entitled to get protection orders from the husband. Even I know the clients who is acting in, who's an actor, definitely who's into direction, who's into, many other powerful scenarios in the society. They are not getting protection. And recently I went for a case, like, she's I don't want to reveal that. She's a director. She's a very well-known director, the movie. She's directing movies with, well-known, eminent persons. So she got that capacity. She's directing. And what happens is, like, her husband, he used to send messages to other people in the location, mainly like, that the producers, the actors, and he's threatening them. If you act on her movie, if you work with her, you will be in trouble. So I'm filing this cases against her. So all the actors are hesitant to, work with her. They ask her, okay, if we assign this project, will any harm will happen to us? Why can't you settle this? Why can't you settle this? Why can't you settle all the things? So even before that, she have filed domestic violence. She has filed this protection, all these things under DV Act in the court. So after all these things, the court asked this guy to come over, and he came. And the court especially warned, I heard that you are sending these kind of messages to her co-workers. So that's also in workplace. I need to clarify that too. And this guy said, no, I am not. Then the court said, she's really apprehending that you will hurt her, even at her workplace or at her home. He said, no, I won't. The court warned him personally. You know what happened after 2 days? She called him on the night, say like 10 o'clock. And there is a protection order also. And she called him. He's there. On the pretension that he want to see the child. She opened up the door. He manhandled her. And he just destroyed all the articles inside the home. So in that 10 o'clock, court is not there. Protection order is also there. So now it comes the enforcement and all these things. But still I asked her to do something to call the police and, the enforcement also. But even after that, FIR is registered. If you have a protection order under this DB Act, even after this protection order, if someone is trying to damage you, or if someone is trying to hurt you, definitely you can call the police and ask them to get an FIR. So, the theory and implementation, there are a lot of differences. If at all, these are the things, these are the sections which is granted, which is granting us the rights, all these things. How will you enforce it? It should be enforced by the court of law. Even after enforcement by the court of law, there is an order. Even after that, if such violation is happening, what will you do? These are the things you get to know. Then also under this DB Act, you will have the right to relief, like monetary relief, if there is any loss or destruction of your property, both movable and immovable, and you're very sure that your property has been destructed by damaged by your husband or any of his family members. Maybe your father has given that property in front of love for you. That is yours. Definitely that's yours. That is for your betterment. I won't suggest that is for your child. No, you are first. Whatever your parents given, it's like the gold or property, that is yours. So it is your choice to give or not to give. So make sure that, because we are living in 2022. So I'm a mother. So I have a girl. So it is my option how to mold my child. It is my option. So what I can give to my child is like, I can give her this criteria options, how you will select a person. Okay, recently, I just want to point out things. I asked, a teenage girl, it's a college going girl, okay, how, I just want to know, because, in part of all these things, I'm having a research about these things and all. So what does this people, after hearing, the girls are stabbed in the college by the lover, and also what is the mental status of that lover or this girl, why you need a lover, all those things. So what is the criteria for selecting a lover? Definitely, this is a Women's Day. We are talking about the women's rights and all. But the women should think, what do you need? How you will select? That is also a point. I think that is also to be discussed in this time. So I was thinking like, okay, what is a girl's criteria for selecting her partner? So definitely I'm just thinking like, somebody will say that, okay, I need a fair guy. So I need a manly guy. I need a guy with a long beard or something like that. Have you ever heard that, a girl is saying, a woman is saying that, I need a man who is capable to maintain me? It is actually the women, especially nowadays, they don't think so. They don't want to tell. Why? Because it's a part of women empowerment. I'm capable of maintaining myself. Yes, of course, yes, you need to be. But that is exploiting. Now the men are really want of this kind of girls who is capable of maintaining herself, because we hold this empowerment, because we are capable of maintaining. But that is for your security. That is for your betterment, not for your partner or your lover or their family's betterment. Definitely, we can use that if we are going in a better way. So I think being here by all these crimes in the society, especially to this college girls and all, So the criteria is very important. So as a proud woman, as a mother, it is my responsibility to tell my child. I cannot tell that you should marry or you shouldn't marry, you should marry this guy, this guy. No, I can't. But I can give her suggestions like, this should be the criteria. This is the society demands. Because, look at Amma's, look at your mom's life. I had this criteria and all. Look at my life. So through this only, I just can give only the criterias for her. So
Santhi,
it is
sorry to interrupt. We are running short of time. And we have some questions from the audience to take.
Yes.
Okay, so anyway, thank you so much for sharing your experiences. And it was a good toast, to your tribe. And it's good that you encouraged, other women to actually voice their opinion. And, it is actually very important to rise to the occasion every time. So thank you so much for that particular insight.